History is written in stone, but what if some stones tell a different story? Throughout time, humanity has unearthed relics and ruins that defy logic, rewriting what we thought we knew about our past. Some discoveries seem impossible, others terrifying, and a few might not even be of this world. Tonight, we embark on a journey through time, uncovering 5 of the most mysterious discoveries ever found. Buried for thousands of years, Göbekli Tepe predates Stonehenge by over 6,000 years. This site rewrites history, challenging what we thought we knew about early civilization. Located 15 kilometers from Şanlıurfa, Turkey, this archaeological wonder forces us to reconsider our ancestors. Who built it at a time when humans were supposedly primitive hunter-gatherers? And why was it buried? Dating back to 9,600 BC, Göbekli Tepe is the world's oldest known temple complex, proving advanced social structures existed before agriculture. Reaching here is an adventure. Most visitors fly into Istanbul, then take a short flight to Şanlıurfa. A 30-minute drive through historic landscapes leads to the site. Göbekli Tepe's architecture is staggering. Circular enclosures, towering T-shaped pillars, some reaching 20 feet and weighing 10 tons. This required organization and engineering far beyond what we expected from hunter-gatherers. The carvings hint at a deep spiritual connection. Were these religious symbols, a lost language, something more? In 2023, archaeologists found a painted wild boar statue, evidence of artistic sophistication using red, white, and black pigments. Why was this site built? Archaeologist Klaus Schmidt believed it was a ritual center, given the abundance of animal bones. But was it more than that? Recent findings suggest settlement, storage buildings, grain processing tools, and possible early agriculture. Was Göbekli Tepe not just a temple, but a year-round community? This could redefine the origins of civilization. Nearby, Karahan Tepe suggests an entire advanced prehistoric culture. What else remains undiscovered in this region? The more we uncover, the deeper the mystery. Who built these structures? Why here? Why was it buried? Could this be the work of a forgotten civilization or something else? In 1901, Greek divers recovered what seemed like a corroded lump of metal. When examined, it revealed an intricate mechanism with precision gears, unlike anything seen in antiquity. This was the Antikythera mechanism, a device some call the world's first computer. Initially overlooked, the mechanism split apart, exposing tiny gear wheels, some no larger than coins. Only a third of it survives today, in 82 fragments. A complex 3D puzzle. Its true purpose baffled scholars for decades. The first breakthrough came in 1905, when Albert Rame deciphered inscriptions referring to astronomical cycles. He speculated it was an ancient astronomical calculator, though he lacked evidence. In the 1970s, Derek de Solla Price used X-rays to uncover 30 gears and linked them to the moon's 19-year cycle, but his planetary motion theories remained inconclusive. In the 2000s, Michael Wright, an expert in ancient machinery, proposed that the mechanism tracked the 5 known planets of the ancient world. He introduced a pin and slotted follower mechanism, mimicking planetary retrograde motion. His work laid the foundation for a modern reconstruction. Recent advancements by the UCL Antikythera research team have unveiled its full complexity. The team, using 3D modeling and imaging techniques, confirmed the mechanism's planetary gearbox design. Each turn of its handle simulated celestial movements, predicting eclipses and planetary positions with remarkable accuracy. But how did such a sophisticated device exist in an age before modern engineering? Was it part of a lost lineage of machines? Or was its knowledge erased by history? Some speculate about extraterrestrial influence, but mainstream scholars assert that its creators were simply far ahead of their time. The Antikythera mechanism challenges our understanding of ancient technology. If others like it existed, where are they? Were they lost, destroyed, or are more waiting to be discovered beneath the waves? As new evidence emerges, one thing is clear: history is more mysterious than we ever imagined. gigantic, precise, and only visible from above. The Nazca lines have whispered secrets across the Peruvian desert for centuries. Who made them? And more importantly, why? Discovered in 1927 by archaeologist Toribio Mejia Zespe, their full scale was only realized in the 1930s when air travel revealed the immense geoglyphs, a hummingbird, a spider, a monkey, and even a towering humanoid figure gazing skyward as if awaiting something. Since their discovery, theories have flourished. The Nazca people, who lived from 200 BC to 500 AD, created these lines by removing the oxidized top layer of soil, exposing the pale earth beneath. But why create designs that could only be fully appreciated from the sky? Paul Kosak, an American historian, noticed the sun aligning perfectly with certain lines, calling it the largest astronomy book in the world. Maria Reich, a dedicated archaeologist, believed they functioned as an ancient observatory. Others, like David Johnson and Stephen Proul, proposed that the lines marked underground water sources, vital for the Nazca civilization's survival. Yet, more speculative theories suggest something far stranger. The lost city of Cahuachi, a ceremonial center linked to the lines, may have been a place of ritual, where messages were carved into the land for deities, or something watching from above. Some claim the lines resemble navigational markers, even landing strips for extraterrestrial visitors. The so-called owlman, or astronaut figure, carved into a hillside, only adds to the mystery. The truth remains elusive. Were the Nazca lines messages to the gods, ritual pathways, or coordinates for something beyond our understanding? As the desert winds continue to whisper over these ancient designs, the mystery of the Nazca lines endures, waiting, watching, just like the figures etched into the earth. Deep in the barren caves near the Dead Sea, a discovery shattered our understanding of biblical history. Unearthed from the dust of time, the Dead Sea Scrolls contain some of the oldest known manuscripts of the Old Testament, texts written nearly 1,000 years before any previously known Hebrew manuscript. But what these ancient scrolls reveal is far more than just their age. Hidden within their fragile pages are writings that challenge conventional history and hint at a world long forgotten. These scrolls, preserved for over 2 millennia, contain nearly every book of the Old Testament, except for Esther, along with texts never seen before, mysterious, cryptic documents that provide a rare glimpse into the minds of those who lived at the edge of history. They prove that the Bible we know today has remained astonishingly intact through time, with minimal alterations, defying the common notion of historical distortion and embellishment. But who wrote these scrolls? And why were they hidden away in the harsh, desolate caves of Qumran? Many scholars believe the authors were the Essenes, a radical Jewish sect that lived in isolation, rejecting the corruption they saw in the Temple of Jerusalem. They called themselves Yahad together, claiming to follow the true path of righteousness while waiting for a coming Messiah. They were not Christians, yet their obsession with prophecy, the end times, and divine revelation mirrors themes found in the New Testament. Their beliefs, rituals, and apocalyptic visions paint a picture of a world on the brink of transformation, a world eerily similar to the one in which Jesus and his disciples walked. And yet, not a single scroll directly references early Christianity. Were the Essenes merely one of many sects in a fractured Jewish world? Or did their teachings hold secrets too dangerous to be openly shared? Half of the Dead Sea Scrolls contain writings unknown anywhere else, revealing the laws, rituals, and hidden doctrines of a lost community. Their presence alone challenges the idea that ancient Judaism was a single, unified faith. These texts confirm that the Judaism of the Second Temple period was diverse, filled with competing movements and secretive groups, each believing they possessed the truth. But if the Essenes were so devoted to preserving their knowledge, why were these scrolls abandoned? Were they hidden to safeguard sacred truths from destruction? Or were they concealed to protect something far more dangerous, something that, if revealed, could change the way we understand history itself? The year is 210 BCE. Deep beneath the earth, China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, is laid to rest, but he is not alone. Surrounding him is an army like no other. Thousands of life-sized clay soldiers, horses, and chariots, silently standing guard for over 2,000 years. Fast forward to March 1974, when a group of peasants digging a well in China's Shanxi province stumble upon fragments of a clay figure. What they unearth is beyond imagination, one of the greatest archaeological discoveries of modern times. Near the still unopened tomb of Qin Shi Huang lies a sprawling underground vault filled with warriors frozen in time. With their distinct facial expressions, intricate armor, and carefully crafted hairstyles, each soldier is unique, as if they were modeled after real people. But why go to such extraordinary lengths? Was this simply a display of power, or did the emperor fear something in the afterlife? Archaeologists have uncovered around 600 pits spread across a 22-square-mile area, with over 2,000 warriors excavated so far, only a fraction of the estimated 8,000 that remain buried. The Museum of Qin Terracotta Warriors and Horses, built around the discovery site, draws millions of visitors every year. Some soldiers stand proudly in formation, while others remain half-buried or shattered, lying beside broken clay horses. Their presence rivals the Great Wall and the Forbidden City as one of China's most awe-inspiring attractions. These warriors have traveled the world, leaving audiences stunned. Museums from London to New York have displayed the armored officers, kneeling archers, and chariots, each piece a glimpse into an empire that once dominated China. Initially, this discovery reinforced the image of Qin Shi Huang as a ruthless warmonger, obsessed with military power. But his legacy is far more complex. The man who unified China, standardized weights and measures, and introduced a universal writing system was also a visionary ruler who left behind a civil administration that shaped Chinese history for centuries. Yet the greatest mystery remains. Deep within his still-sealed tomb, legend speaks of deadly traps and flowing rivers of mercury meant to protect the emperor in death. No one has dared to enter. What secrets lie beneath, and will we ever uncover them? For every answer we uncover, more mysteries emerge. Some say history is written by the victors, but what if entire civilizations have been erased, their stories buried beneath layers of time? What secrets still lie undiscovered beneath our feet? And what happens when we dig too deep? Perhaps some secrets were never meant to be found. Subscribe before it's too late.